NVIDIA just became the first company in history worth over $5 trillion. Its CEO is personally worth $176 billion. Every headline celebrated it.
NVIDIA just absolutely dominating.
That NVIDIA is behaving monopolistic.
NVIDIA is now the most important company on the planet.
Here is what none of them told you. To build the chip that runs ChatGPT and every AI model you have ever used, you need Cobalt. Over 70% of the world's cobalt comes from one single country. The Congo is not a poor country in the way we usually mean it. It sits on one of the most mineral-rich territories on Earth. Copper, gold, diamonds, cobalt, enough to make a nation prosperous for centuries, and yet 72% of its population, over 71 million people, live on less than $2.15 a day. How does a country with everything end up with nothing? Here is what the tech coverage never shows you. An estimated 40,000 children work in cobalt mines in the DRC. Some are 7 years old. Not metaphorically unsafe. Physically deadly. A boy named Muntosh, 12 years old, described what happened at the mine where he worked. There was a landslide. The earth slipped and buried my brother, and he died. I was in the first grade. Faustin, 11 years old. I regret the time I spent in the mines. I missed out on so much. My friends were going to school. I was working. Children and families living near these mines show elevated cobalt levels in their blood. DNA damage. Birth defects. Their bodies are absorbing the material that powers your devices. Now here is where it gets darker. In 2019, families of killed and injured Congolese child miners sued 5 companies: Apple, Google, Microsoft, Dell, Tesla. They accused them of knowingly benefiting from child labor. The case went to federal appeals court. The ruling came in 2024. The court said purchasing cobalt through the global supply chain is not participation in a venture. But here is what the same judge wrote in the same ruling. The participants in the cobalt market intentionally use a murky supply chain to obscure the extent to which they rely on forced labor. Everyone in the venture knows. The judge wrote that, and then dismissed the case. This is not a bug. It is the architecture. Cobalt leaves the ground in Congo. It moves to Chinese processing. It gets refined. It enters a battery. It enters a chip. It enters your device. And at every step, ownership blurs. Accountability dissolves. Profit concentrates at the top. By the time cobalt reaches Silicon Valley, it has no face, no name, no child attached to it. Just a commodity. Clean, certified, ESG approved. NVIDIA is worth $5 trillion. Jensen Huang is worth $176 billion. A child in Kolwezi earns $2 a day. 3 courts have ruled no one is responsible. We are not here to tell you to stop using technology. We are here to ask the question almost no one is asking. Who decided that progress gets to have victims as long as we cannot see them? This was Behind the Headlines.